I'm a rower from Brazil. I was at Rio 2016. And I'm graduated in physiotherapy and post-graduated in neuroscience of rehabilitation. And the first time that I heard about transgender in sports, I thought it was not fair. The first thing said, no, please, not in my sports. But just to begin thinking about the transgender in sports, I would like to think as a neuroscientist. When you go to science, you have to prove what you're saying that it's true. So to take a man and do the transition and say that he's allowed to compete in a fair way with women, you have to prove it. So the first article that I read was about the article of Joanna Harper. She took like 8 women, 8 biological men. So first thing I would like to analyze is that for science, an article that you have just 8 women, it's not a good number that you can say that this article is an important article to say that it's true, that it's okay, and that it's fair. The second thing that we need more articles. So to prove it, you must have an article with a lot of, with a huge example of number of persons to do comparisons and to have more than one article. So I do have a lot of doubts about the relevance of the study of Joanna, and just one study is not enough to prove something. We need more studies. Second thing, as a neuroscientist, we know that our brain is like our boss. It's like the boss of our whole body, and we know that he has memory. So if you take a person, a man, that used to do like 9 seconds in 100 meters, and then you take in 1 year, 2 years of sexual transition and testosterone reduction, his brain still believes that he can do 100 meters in 9 seconds. So I don't think if you do the transition, it will take much of his performance, of his sports performance. As an athlete, I always heard our muscles has a memory. So even if you're not on a good shape, sometimes you can do some scores or sometimes very close to the times that you used to do. So I don't believe that 1 year of hormone therapy is enough to say that we are going to have a fair competition. Other point that is important to talk about is the effect of testosterone. As an Olympic rower, I went through a lot of doping control tests. And when we talk about 10 nanomoles per liter of testosterone, we are talking about more than 3 times of the quantity of testosterone that is allowed in a biological woman. It's important to say that men that does the transition need to take exogenous testosterone because they can have huge health problems after remove his gonads. They are allowed by WADA to do that, as Ana Paula talked about that too, so I'm not going through this. They are allowed by WADA to do that, so they can take exogenous testosterone, and women cannot do it. If women do that, like I had some friends that were took with testosterone, they were suspended for 4 years. Other important thing to say is that it's not just about win or lose. In some sports, it's about safety and life risk. Now, for this panel, I'd like to say that I studied about it from the scientifically and ideologically And at the end, what I think about the issue is that I believe in two things. One, science doesn't give us support to say that it's okay to have men, biological men, in women's sports. And second thing is that behind the allowing men in women's sport, for me, there is a meshes. And I would take the machines and the youth to take our competitive power. And to finish, I like to say that throughout my sporting life, I felt that sport gives women a lot less than they give for men. So I believe that we cannot admit that they take us out more.